When we walked into these short-term rentals, we would open up the fridge after a very long day and there was nothing in there. It's empty and we're tired. I mean, we come in late, the grocery stores are closed, and we really saw ourselves going back to hotels because it was a familiar territory. There was convenience stores downstairs.
Welcome to the Vacation Rental Show. This is your essential playbook to grow and scale your vacation rental business with advice and insights from the best in the biz. I'm your host, Lynell Gordon. Welcome to the Vacation Rental Show. I'm Lynell Gordon, your host, and today we have Milad Ghods, and he is the co-founder of a company called Bellhopt. And Bellhopt is a platform that provides concierge services for short-term vacation rental managers. And we're going to talk to him today a little bit about what they're doing in the industry, as well as we want to talk to them about Streamline Summit and talk to them about getting Streamline Summit from a vendor perspective. So thank you for being with me so much, Milad.
Of course. Thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure and honor to be on this podcast. Thank you so much.
So tell me just a little bit, let's talk about Streamline Summit because we were just there, and fabulous venue. It was really a great summit this year. Tell me from a vendor perspective about Streamline Summit versus other places you may go, or just any feedback you may have for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this podcast would be about 5 hours long if I would really dive deep into the Streamline Summit. I know this year was their 20-year anniversary, which is huge on their part. This is actually the first time Bellhopt has gone there and become a vendor in a booth. So this year's summit really confirmed, what we're seeing across the industry, right? Property managers are looking for ways to both simplify their workload and elevate their guest experience. The marketplace partners are all about creating like the hospitality on autopilot environment. And it's very exciting to see all of these vendors coming out to Streamline and really showcasing the ecosystem that they have, right? We're partnered up with a bunch of different PMS systems, not just Streamline. And I would say this conference was amazing from A to Z. The people that we've met, the amount of property managers that showed out, I believe it was around 600 attendees. At one point, our booth had a line of, I think, 10 people. And me and my co-founder were talking to, I think, 7 different property managers at once. We're not at a scale like Airbnb or VRBO, but at the end of the day, it showcases small companies like us that we still get these customers or property managers still coming to us with excitement. And really nowhere else I see. And I've been in this industry for the last 4.5 years. And in the beginning, me and my partner did most of the sales by canvassing, door knocking, trying to get in the door because we're a smaller company. But getting this much exposure in one place, I advise, anyone who's on the Streamline Marketplace to come out to the Streamline Summit conference because, we were nervous at first, right? It was our first Streamline conference with a booth and we were like, hey, is anyone even going to show up? Not many people know our brand. We are in 20 different states and we do have 400 property managers with us with 10,000 properties across the US. But at a scale of like Airbnb and VRBO, we're not that big. You don't see a Bellhop logo and be like, oh, okay, like I know what that company is. But after the Streamline conference, I guarantee you, if you talk to any single property manager, the 600 attendees, they will know who Bellhopt is. And that's the exposure you get with Streamline Conference in the summit. And I don't want to go too much into a tangent and tell people to do it, but out of all the things that we've done for not only sales purposes, but brand recognition and everything in those exposures, but I would say Streamline Conference is head over heels over anything we've done. And we've done a lot of out of the box things as a small company, as a startup. We've done thousands of things to get exposure, but I would say this is top number one and nothing else comes even close. And I mean close to the Streamline conference. And we're really good friends with Mike Nord.
Oh, he's so sweet.
Oh my God.
And his wife is just sweeter. Sorry, Mike.
Oh my God. The wife is amazing. Mike, we talk all the time. He is one of the best people I know. And he's been at these Streamline conferences for about 13 years. And he says he's never seen this type of exposure for a booth, for a little company to come out like this and get all of these signups and all of these properties in just honestly 3 days. And it's amazing to see. I have butterflies just thinking about it right now. I've been in Miami just meeting our partners and bringing lunch to our partners because we really focus in on relationships. That's all Bellhopt is. At the end of the day, it's all about the customer, right? So we're really focused on relationships, and I have barely had time to go see our partners because we have been emailing vendors till this day. And I'm in Miami right now. And I believe the summit was about maybe 5 days ago, but we've been emailing vendors nonstop, and they've been emailing us, hey, when can we start with Bellhop? When can we start with Bellhop? When can we start with Bellhop?
I love that there was ROI for you. Back in the day, there used to be a lot of ROI for some of the other things that we did when we were a startup company. And so I understand exactly what you're saying. I remember going to a trade show once, a trade show that may not, we're not going to name. And it was like that for us. And so having that exposure for a new company is just extraordinary. Let me ask you this. Would you please tell people what you do?
Yes, of course. So our mission statement is bridging the gap between short-term rentals and hotels. I'll tell you a little story about how we started, me and my co-founder. So it kind of makes sense of why we started this business and why there was a void in the market. So me and my co-founder, we worked corporate. I worked corporate for 7 years. And I would say most people save up their money for a trip, right? If you're not materialistic, most people go on trips, vacations. So you have that 1 week or maybe 2 weeks if your company allows you for paid time off to really enjoy yourself. And you work 50 weeks out of the year, right? So we would go on trips with all of our friends, and we would go to short-term rentals. And what we saw was that when we were going to these short-term rentals, like we would go to Japan and it would be going to the airport and this and that. And then getting to Japan, it's about a 20+ hour travel day. And when we walked into these short-term rentals, we would open up the fridge after a very long day and there was nothing in there.
It's empty.
It's empty and we're tired. I mean, we come in late, the grocery stores are closed, and we really saw ourselves going back to hotels because it was a familiar territory. There was convenience stores downstairs. We could have turn down service. And as much as I love short-term rentals, and you're really embedded into the culture of every city, staying in these houses, but we would go back to hotels. And me and my partner said, hey, man, like, there's a really big void in the market. Let's try to start something where there's a concierge service where when someone walks in, they get a wow moment, right? And the first thing we did is in our home city, we did a survey. 3,000 people. We asked them on the first day of arrival on your short-term rental, did you go to a convenience store or a grocery store? 87% of people said yes. Huge void in the market. So that's how we started, and that's what Bellhopt grew to be, right? So at the end of the day, what we do is we are a secret weapon for property managers to elevate their stay. We want them to come in and have that wow moment, right? We don't just stock the fridge. At our booth, we had 10,000 orders on slideshow going one after another. And it looked like one Bellhop concierge did it. But we're across the US with 20+ states. And what we do is we take everything out of the package. We put it front-facing labels. We make it look like a 6-star hotel. So when you walk in, it's not like our Bellhop concierge throws everything in the fridge or pantry and you walk into packaging your stuff. Everything is unpackaged and it looks like something out of a magazine. You can ask all of our partners, they rave about us.
Who orders? Is it the guest that orders what they want?
So the guest orders what they want. We have an ordering platform. We have 20,000 SKUs of products on our website with inventory levels and with transparent pricing. And our software depicts the closest grocery store to that Airbnb or short-term rental. And so when they go on our store, they could pick from anything they want. Apples, flowers with vases, baby diapers, baby wipes, great for families. And then also, if they want an anniversary card, they could buy it on there. It's a very easy system. What we say is we have a Rolls Royce of ordering platform. They click one link that comes in through the Streamline integration. They go to our ordering platform. They add to cart. They don't even need to know the delivery address. And then they just check out and then they'll get tracking on their side.
Built by property managers for property managers, Streamline is a powerful software that gives managers enterprise-level capabilities to drive more revenue and improve operational efficiency. Migrating to Streamline allows property managers to gain functionality while reducing the need for multiple vendors. Improve your flow by logging into a single system and reduce redundant technology costs. With Streamline, property managers achieve revenue lifts by leveraging our fully fledged communication center reservations, quoting system, revenue management tools, homeowner acquisition CRM, and powerful direct OTA connections. Streamline also has industry-leading trust accounting and report capabilities to give you clarity in an overall company performance. Learn more about Streamline Vacation Rental software at streamlinevrs.com. Oh, I have so many questions now. Okay, you've opened a can of worms.
Ask away.
All right, so here's the question. So the business model for this. Obviously, there's a markup on that because you have to pay someone to physically go out there. So you have boots on the ground in 20 states.
Correct. So that would be our bottleneck, right? So when we first started in California, we were just one state, and that was the big issue, was scaling, right, into different states. How are we going to get these employees? But we've perfected the logistics, and we now have thousands of employees throughout the US that work for Bellhopt Concierge, and we take a different approach, right? To your question, how do they get paid? Right. We do have service fees that are 5%, and then we have a $24.99 delivery and stocking fee, and then we have tip, which is optional. They could do 10%, 0%, like any other service provider.
Does that go to the person, the boots on the ground, or does it get split?
So it goes to the boots on the ground.
Wow. And the property manager, is there a split with the property manager for using it, or do they pay you for the service, or how does that work?
Correct. So with Bellhopt, we want it to be on autopilot. We want it to be a secret weapon for the property manager. Our branding is rarely on anything. We want the property manager to be the hero in every situation, because that's all we care about. Our mission statement: get the property manager 5-star reviews in repeat customers and loyal customers. We don't have subscriptions, no contracts, no implementation fee, and on each order, they automatically get commission to the bank account of their choosing, and it's an automatic payout 2 rolling days after the order is complete. And we have no contracts. In the last 4.5 years, we have never had a property manager leave us. We have 100% retention throughout every single property manager.
Okay, I had that for about 16 years. Let's see how you do on that.
Yeah. Knock on wood, it's going well right now. So
you have more clients than I do, though, for sure.
we both have great clients.
Best people in property management. So, Milad, it's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
There is no downside there. I love this great idea.
Thank you. This is why the Streamline Conference is so beautiful, like amazing. When I do a pitch to, let's just say, any property manager, right? I'll say all these things, and property managers, they get pitched all the time. I mean, it's just a vendor trying to get their business. But what the Streamline Conference really did is showcase everything. When you see a slideshow behind me, we had a huge TV showing 10,000 orders. And when I could tell the property manager, hey, look here, for 1 minute, you'll see 1,000 orders and they will all look the same. Front-facing labels, and our quality check is so amazing because when our Bellhopt Concierge submits to their app, we have quality check. So if something's a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, we don't allow them to leave the property until everything is fixed. So when 10,000 orders are going on behind me, and when I'm really showcasing to a property manager that's a little bit interested, they really see what we could do and they trust us, right? Because there's a lot of property managers there at the Streamline Summit that are our partners, and they would come and sell at our booth. I could tell you like 5 people. I was talking to a property manager and I saw my partner, Bobby, at Tower 17. He has about 300 properties in Newport. He would come up to me and say, this will be the best decision you'll ever make in your entire life. Do it. You can't get that when you do a Zoom with someone or you canvas or you cold call them. I would tell vendors, if they're really on the Streamline marketplace, this is the place to go. And I promise you the ROI on just the booth or whatever the case is. And not just that, the networking, the amazing people you meet there. I met Brian. He was next to us. When we came in there, I was like, I'm Milad. How are you? What's your name? He said, Brian. And he said something funny. He's like, hey, I guess we're cellmates. And I'm like, hey, I was just laughing. And he's amazing. And he's been there for 13 years at that conference every single year. Mike Norton and him have known each other since back in the day.
Milad, I am really impressed. I was impressed when I went by your booth. Can I just say, I told you that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. And I loved that. And I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you
You
so
are
much.
welcome. I really enjoyed meeting you and enjoyed just seeing the things that you offer. But now hearing about it, because I didn't have time, you guys are slammed at your booths. I mean, there's not a whole lot of time there. So I really appreciate you coming and letting us know what you thought about it and about what you guys do. If property managers want to reach out to you, how can they find you?
So they can find us on our website, which is www.bellhopt.com.
Okay, Bellhopt is spelled uniquely, so spell it for them.
Yes, correct. So Bellhop and then T at the end.
It's a T. It's not an ED, guys. So it's T, bellhopt.com. They can reach you there. And Milad is also on LinkedIn. You're on LinkedIn too. Do you use that?
Yes. I am on LinkedIn. You could reach out to me there. You could reach out to me via email, milad@bellhop.com.
And that's MILAD, guys. All right. Well, Milad, thank you so much for being with us. Is there anything else you want to say to property managers before we go?
Yeah, I would say just try us out. We have no commissions, no fees, no subscriptions. We pay you out. We really meticulously stock the fridge. Your guests will have tracking on their end. And at the end of the day, we are guest focused. We have 100% satisfaction on all of our orders. And yeah, try us out. And we have no contracts. If it doesn't work out, you can leave at any time.
There's another thing that you can say. Okay, here's a good one to say. If a property manager doesn't make money, you don't make money. So, I mean, it's not like you're out there making money around the property manager. It's a shared revenue. So there's really no downside to trying it. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, great. I mean, we're really protective in the property management field of our guests. We know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that. Well, thank you so much for being with me. I really appreciate it. And I have one more question. You have all the guest data, which is interesting. So how do the guests know about you? Do the property managers add your information into the pre-arrival or the reservation email?
So good question. Our implementation, since we're now integrated with Streamline, we get all of their property information to the host dashboard on Bellhop side. So we get property information, housekeeping schedule, entry codes. And then once that's done, we make an automated message that is on the week of arrival. It'll be a little blurb about, hey, Jack, if you'd like pre-arrival groceries, click on this link. When we click on that link, it'll bring up our ordering platform. They don't need to know the delivery address. It is already there at the top. So there's no brain work for them. They just add to cart and check out. It's as simple as that. And then we get all the information on our side from the Streamline integration. That's why that's so beautiful. It's basically this concierge service on autopilot, and the property managers don't lift a finger, right? So they give this amazing service. And then on top of that, they make money and there's no fees on their side, and the guest gets to walk into a beautiful 5-star refrigerator.
I'm going to ask you something you've never been asked before, likely, but this is my background.
Okay, of course.
All right, I'm going to put you a little bit on the spot. So who owns the data that you get, the guest data? Who owns that? Is that yours or does it belong to the property manager?
So it belongs to both of us because they're both our customers, but within Bellhop, which is beautiful, right? Because they are giving us the customers at the end of the day. So after the customer is done and we've sent them their tracking emails, which is one email with the receipt, another email with basically saying the Bellhop concierge is en route, and then a completed email where they can click a button that says see my stocked fridge, so they can see where everything is located before they even go to the short-term rental.
That's cool. That's so cool.
It's great. It's great. We do not email them after the fact anytime because we have no account creation, no apps. You don't have to get verified on our site. It's just one click, and we don't even keep the guest data to even spam message them after the fact to use Bellhop because we don't have an app.
Because that's not your end client. I mean, that's your end client, but that's not who's providing the clients. Okay, one more question. What happens if that reservation cancels after they've ordered?
Are you talking about they order groceries and then they cancel the reservation, correct? Yeah, no problem. Let us know and we'll go ahead and cancel you.
Does it let you know? Does it automatically show as canceled?
Oh, they have to message us to cancel their grocery order.
All right. Thank you again, really. Thanks for coming and thanks for being a part of the show. I know that people will be so excited to hear about what you do.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. This was awesome.
This episode of the Vacation Rental Show is brought to you by Streamline. To find out more about how Streamline can grow your vacation rental business, visit streamlinevrs.com. Make sure to search for the Vacation Rental Show in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube, or anywhere else podcasts are found, and hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. On behalf of the team here at Inhabit, thanks for listening.